So I have this theory that work cultivates work. Uh, and like what that means is that the more work you do, the more work you want to do. Uh, so like, let me show you. Alright, so I made this a few months ago, and it is like a gauntlet, the character Bakugo from My Hero Academia. I was really happy with this. I think it turned out really well. And shortly after, I decided to make this, which is Soul Eater from Kingdom Hearts. So I don't have these things pop off. And this is probably my favorite thing that I ever made. I think that working on the gauntlet led me to be inspired, motivated, inspired, drove me to make Soul Eater. I got the joy and the love out of building one thing, and it just snowballed into me building the next thing, which turned out to be my favorite thing that I ever built. And then shortly after that, I just stopped. And I just decided to sit around all day. And that's a terrible feeling. Actually, let's go, and I'll tell you the story of me not working anymore. Alright, so I used to work in this building behind me, and it was pretty good. I was a sales lead, so I was a manager, and like, hours were fine. I enjoyed the people that I worked with. Gave me something to do every day. I got out of the house, and then I quit, and that's kind of when everything went downhill. I thought that I'd have a job at a production agency, being able to work in like their effects department and stuff, and that fell through. So instead of going and finding another job, I just stopped. So now I actually work across the street from that place that I used to work, and it's so funny how, like, I've only worked there for one day right now, but I already feel so much better. Like, I'm getting out of the house, I'm doing again, and it's so odd how, like, a menial retail job, just because I'm working again, has kind of, like, re-sparked the drive and ambition to do more. So it's been 3 days since I had that first day at the job across the street. And in those 3 days, I've done way more than I have in the past 2 months, I guess, since I quit my other job. I'll show you what it looked like when I wasn't working. That was my entire day, month. Like, that is what every single day looked like. Just moving from place to place and doing nothing, living my life passively. Like, the less I had to do, the better I was. And like, I think that we as humans are very adaptive creatures. I think that we adapt to our circumstances very quickly. So if I'm working all the time, then I want to just keep working. Like, my body is ready to keep working. It feels right when I'm working. And then if I'm sitting around doing nothing, then that's all my body wants to do. Anytime it has to get up and work, it feels like the end of the world. Like, oh man, I actually have to do something now. Like, this is the worst. And like, it just feeds such like negativity. Like, I stopped doing things that I genuinely enjoyed, and they weren't even like work. Like, creating is just something like, it was a fun hobby,
and I didn't want to do it. Playing video games even, like, I got so disinterested in anything that I had to actively do because most of the time I was doing nothing. I just wanted to sit there and watch The Office on repeat. So I just want to say that if you work, it breeds more work. Like, you get used to being productive and the feeling of like working, and you want more of it, and it's just gonna push your life so much further. Like, it's already been pushing my life so much further. The happiest times in my life that I can remember have been times where I was working. I was pushing towards goals. I was trying to attain something that I never had before by doing things that I'd never done before. And I think it's really as easy as that. It may be incredibly hard in the beginning to push past the apathy and being used to not doing anything. But if you can handle that breakthrough, then I think the world's open.